In this video, we're going to talk about the power of holistic online safety. And remember to stick around to the end because I love to leave resources and tips you do not want to miss. What is holistic online safety? Holistic online safety means giving your kids the freedom they want and the safety and security that they actually need. It also means not just focusing on parental controls or parental monitoring to carry all of your kids' safety online. It's looking at the bigger picture when it comes to protecting your kids in the digital age. Let's get real. Technology is becoming something that is a part of our everyday life. We're living and breathing technology. And in the past couple of weeks, we have been talking about something called the Metaverse. Now, the Metaverse, as we think of it, is not going to probably be happening for a couple of years, but the Metaverse in a general sense of immersive games or virtual reality where your kids are experiencing the game or the world that's virtual as if it's right in front of them and they can touch it and they can experience it. There are a lot of positives about the virtual reality or the Metaverse or social media or gaming, but we don't tend to focus on that, especially in the cybersecurity and safety industry. We're all about danger, crazy stuff, predators, hackers, pedophiles, all of these things that are absolutely true, and we do need to talk about it, but we should never, ever focus on it. Here's the main reason why you do not want to focus on that. Every time you focus on something as negative as that, it drains your energy. The main goal for us protecting kids online is to what? Protect them online. And so if you want to protect them online, we have to build a way that's sustainable and we can continuously protect them even after they grow older and they're in their late teens or they're going to college. When we talk about protecting kids online, we mean that we're giving them the skills to function in a universe, in a world that is full of tech. And you can't do that if you're so focused on how can I control kids? How can I monitor their every move? Now, does that mean that you do not have any parental monitoring ever in any which way or form? No. I do believe that there are certain instances or cases where parental monitoring is important for that particular case. However, I do not believe, and I'm a firm believer on this, and a lot of people like to fight me like to tussle, but I'm a firm believer in not having parental monitoring as everyone should do that. It's a foundation of safety. If you don't know the exact thing that your kids are sending in every given moment or exactly what their thoughts are, then you're a terrible parent. I don't operate in that. Holistic online safety, the foundation of it is no parent shaming. It is in a place of joy, a place of understanding, and a place of you understand that this is a complete bigger picture. We can never operate in a space of control and monitoring and the doom and gloom of all of the things. So the power of holistic online safety allows you to see everything in a bigger picture and develop a strong relationship with your kids, and nothing else matters. The safety of your kids matters more than your triggers or your internal trauma that you're putting onto your kids. And so sometimes it feels like, why are we talking about trauma? Why are we talking about all those other things? These things, your connection with your kid, your trauma, your triggers, dictate how safe your kids are online. There are so many studies to indicate that kids that are coming from volatile homes or environments where they're misrepresented or they don't have the opportunities that many other kids have, they're at a disadvantage when they go online or they're on the internet. If you're having an issue with your mental health or your emotional well-being, when you're going into the online space, especially like a place like Instagram, that will decrease your mental health instead of increasing your mental health. Why? Because all of those factors in the back end and underneath everything actually factors into your kids' safety online. This is the power of holistic online safety. We're not just talking about a band-aid solution of monitoring kids to see what happens and having conversation with them. We're talking about how do we heal the wound and helping our kids understand what causes the wound so they don't have the wound in the first place. I've talked to so many parents about holistic online safety, and I gave them a plan of how to connect with their kids, how to build and cultivate a stronger relationship with their kids so that when they talk about safety and when they talk about security, it is easier to implement and their kids understand exactly what they mean. And not only do their kids understand it, but their kids implement it themselves as they're growing older. It's no longer about mom or dad or aunt or uncle wants to monitor everything that I'm doing, and we're creating so much friction or we're creating so much non-trust in our environment. It's more that all of us are human beings and we all have to learn how to protect ourselves. Similar to how we know how to protect ourselves outside of the household, where we lock our doors, we put an alarm, we do a lot of different safety things in our our lives, everyone has to do it. Just because you're a kid, does that mean that we're only going to focus on that? We know that you're just more vulnerable as a kid, so you need these tools and resources to protect you. The power of holistic online safety lies in your connection with yourself, number one, and your connection with your kid. I've done a couple of videos on that, so I'll put it on the screen so that you can go check it out. Also, I'll put it at the end. Well, I probably may not put it now, but I'll put it at the end so that you can watch it, because I highly recommend that you delve deep into what it means to have holistic online safety. And I also talk about this in the safekidsmovement.com, so you can head over there and I teach you the A to Z online safety, holistic online safety, and exactly what to do and what plan that you can make. I remember a mom talking to me after she had implemented holistic safety into her life, and she was like, now my kid listens to me more. Like they understand why I want them to do X, Y, and Z, and now I understand their world. At first I was so pissed off at them gaming all the time and not listening to me, and they're doing this and they're doing that, but once I was able to understand their world and understand how they saw things, I was able to implement guidelines and resources and a safe space in the household so that my kids are protected. That is the power of holistic online safety, and that is what actually protects your kids online. I want to roll back a little bit because I did talk about parental controls and parental monitoring not being the foundation. However, parental filtering or parental boundaries, what we technically call it parental controls within applications or games or tech or whatever, is highly necessary when your kids are really young. As they're going older, that'll create some friction. I can do a specific video on that. If you want that, let me know in the comments below. And I also would like to know your thoughts on parental monitoring, parental control, the trust factor, the making kids more sneakier if you're putting more parental monitoring. I would love to know your thoughts on that. However, when kids are really young, there might be features in a game, like say Roblox has a voice chat feature. If you do not want that voice chat feature for your kids, you're gonna have to turn those things off. If you don't want your kids communicating with random strangers, you're gonna have to take away the chat feature off or add any friend feature on, right? So you wanna make sure that those things are off and on as applicable for your own family's alignment to the values and guidelines that you have but you've put in place for your family. So holistic online safety is definitely not an advocate for letting your kids go loose and do whatever they want on the internet. So please do not quote me and say I said that. I didn't say that. What I was saying is that you want to make sure that that's not the foundation, that's not the focus. That's a tool that you use to protect your kids online, but you're not focusing on that. Because if you really want the power of holistic online safety, a holistic view, a holistic understanding of it, you're not only giving your kids grace in the process and you're understanding their point of view, but you're giving yourself grace in the process, understanding your point of view and why you get upset with any given activity or any given thing within the household. The power of holistic online safety means that you're instilling values and understandings, beliefs, and skill sets to keep your kids protected, whether you're there watching them or not, and as they grow older. Holistic online safety is not just focused on what we can do to control a kid in this particular moment for them to do exactly what we want them to, but to protect them in the holistic sense. How do they act when you're not watching them? How do they act when a predator tries to contact them? Are they too scared to say no because they didn't have the voice to say no in your household? If you're all about control, predators and pedophiles and all those abusers, they're about control too. And they use control and manipulation tactics to get your kids to talk to them and to continuously talk to them. So we want to empower kids with the ability to say no, with the ability to have boundaries, and the ability to think about things critically before they take action. If they're in a household where they're unable to say no to small things, and as they get older to understand how to think critically, then when it comes to an interaction with a predator online or with an abuser online, they're going to be unable to have their boundaries and to say no and to contact someone that they know, like, and trust. This is why I'm so into holistic online safety, because it's not just about what they are now, it's about protecting them holistically. If you like this video, I know that you're going to want to watch my video on how you can protect your kids from being destroyed by social media. Social media has been a big topic ever since social media has come out and kids have been flocking to social media and all of the issues with social media. There are a couple of things as a parent that you need to know to protect your kids and to protect them from being destroyed by it. So go click on the video right now.